Wonderful.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 168 of the effing title. As always, I am your host, Big Husky,
I'm DeNutte.
and we are here yet again. I don't know why we're here. Why are we here?
It's the biggest question.
The people just keep, as long as it's more than one view, we're just gonna keep doing this. Like,
There are people watching?
I think so. I think actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this and then watch. I'm gonna say this and then it's gonna be the worst fucking one. I do believe the podcast has been better than ever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this year.
I haven't looked because I'm like,
I do believe, if I remember correctly, I will look right now.
Right.
But I do believe though that it is doing better than ever. Let's see. So the last three, football wise,
Yeah.
was 3 views, 5 views, 2 views, which kind of sucks because it's end of year, Super Bowl, whatever, right? So let's go all the way back to when we were still doing it before the season started. So before the season started, we ended with 3, 5, and 4. That's how we ended ours, right?
Yeah.
So now we come back, and it's 28, 7, 8, 24, 5. That was the March Madness one, so that's kind
Oh,
of,
okay.
and then 13.
You know what it is? It's probably my girlfriend like putting it on to be like, hey, I watched it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, no. Kat,
But she just
she's like, you guys, it's too long, and you talk about stuff I'm not interested in. Like, shut up.
just help with the views.
So that's what's up with that.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was pretty good. I didn't have work.
Yeah.
You know, I had,
No work.
I had one of those weeks where it's off week, but this upcoming week is going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. So, there's one order that's supposed to go out. It's 12 items. I got to put it in 48 boxes because of the new rules and regulations I'm required by, which are fucking stupid. So that's fun.
48.
Yep.
Okay.
So on each order it shows you the number of what it is, and I can fit all of them in one box. But apparently there's another pack number that says like 300, and I've always just ignored it because it didn't make any fucking sense to me. Apparently, that number is telling me how many I need to put in a single box. So when it's 1200 and the pack number is 300, even if I can put it in one, I still have to cut it down and put it into 4. So it's like, you just.
Or is the FCC coming for you?
No,
The Overlord company.
Yeah, right. No, it's the
Yeah.
it's the people we work with. But then we brought it up to them. We're like, we've never done this before, and they're like, these rules have been in place since 2017, and you've never had a problem with doing it before. And we're sitting there like,
You're like,
if we did this, it was by mistake. Like shit.
Yeah. Oops.
But yeah. So when it's a off week, I spend the entire week just doing paperwork stuff for the second week. So I would go in like for 2 hours a morning and just do paperwork stuff. Just then it's all done because it's just time consuming. It just adds more time onto an already time consuming job. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how about you? How's your week?
That was good.
Yeah,
PAX East Friday.
PAX East Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say Sunday. I went there PAX Friday.
You and Xander were the two that I know
Yeah.
went there.
We hung out. No. it was a masked event, and yeah. I feel like even if I like.
Even if you knew him, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no. If it's anyone, I could have run into anyone, and I wouldn't have known.
That's why.
I actually met someone that I had played online with a bunch of times.
Oh,
I met him,
really?
and I guess he's a friend of an old friend of mine.
Oh,
It just
shit.
happened, and it just like he popped up on my Facebook. I'm like, oh, I met that kid at the convention, and then I had like, we had a couple mutual friends, and then it was like 2 of the friends. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, and then the third one is this kid that lives in Australia, and I was like, huh. I was like, oh my God, I've played with him before, and I just had never. It was just like a small world thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
It's a small world. I played with him a bunch of times. He used to pop into my stream every once in a while because it was like a group of them would like jump around streams together, and it's like someone I grew up with, the main one, and then they would pop in a stream all together and like hang out,
Nice.
and I just happened to be that guy, so it was it's kind of funny, small world.
It's a small world.
But I didn't know that until afterwards too. So But we had met up. I met up with a friend of mine. So I went with two of my buddies. One of them plays Magic. One of
Mm.
them doesn't. And we ended up playing a round of Commander
Oh, well, while you were there,
while I was there. Yeah.
that's awesome.
So that was
How'd
fun.
you do?
I threw out my Goblin deck. My Goblin deck is super cheesy, as I come to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get
So
targeted as soon as you did?
yeah. So actually, one of the people. So I played with two of my buddies and then a friend of a friend, and he was playing a proxy deck,
Okay.
which you know about proxy decks.
Yep.
It was he had his that deck had it was actually priced out. It would be thousands of dollars. His
Oh
deck,
yeah.
yeah. And it was cool to see.
Well, it's funny because I saw a TikTok recently, talking about proxies, and it was a guy, and he's like, "Oh my god, guys, look! I'm in Walmart, and they have a booster box of fucking Commander Master here. Look!" And then he flips the camera around, and it's a fucking ink cartridge. It's like an
Yeah,
ink box, and he's like, "Look, dude, they got. Oh my god, I have so many of them. Oh, dude, this is so many people now are just like, there's been a bunch of TikToks that I've seen recently where it's like, this is what you want to do. You want to go buy this paper. You want
yeah.
to go buy this ink. You want to go buy this. And then this is the template that
They
you got
look
to
like
use.
real cards.
And it's like, it's just like, you sit there looking at it. It's like, Magic's really done, pissed everyone off with
Yeah,
some of the new shit they're
because there's
doing.
one card he played, and I can't even remember what it did. I just can't. The one thing that sticks with me, I'm like that he was like this card alone is like $500, and I was like, oh my god. So it was cool to see it. He ended up winning. I actually, if I had pushed harder early on, I could have won actually
Yeah.
because my Goblin deck, I summon my commander,
Hmm.
and every time I tap, I create X amount of goblins
Yep.
tokens based on how many goblins I have, and I can keep doing that every turn. So if I pushed early on, and then there was a board wipe where all creatures get exiled.
Hmm.
So I had 28 creatures exiled, and then there was a bunch of other creatures exiled. But then my buddy actually was using my Warhammer Necron deck,
Hmm.
and there's this card, I can't remember what card it was. It creates XX bonus for how many creatures were exiled or destroyed on that turn.
Oh.
So he ended up getting like plus 31 plus like 31.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, so it
That's
just was like
solid, yeah.
it was just a very interesting game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a fun first big Magic like
Well,
people I don't know game.
I mean, it's the guy that the word that you just used there was fun, and
It was fun.
because it's one of those things. It's like there's so many times when playing, you can get so fucking just aggravated and just fucking like, nope, I'm over this shit. That's
No,
how
I was.
honestly that's how Arena is with me right now.
Uh,
I'm so
yeah.
over it. Every single game, it's like the same fucking four decks, and it's just like,
Yep. I have yeah, it's Arena. I'll go on and I'll play like a game like every other day or something, and then I'll be like, all right, that was it.
I do my
It's
dailies. That's it.
yeah. It is what it is. But PAX overall was a lot of fun. Oh, I bought five pat mats and so I bought two. I bought a Magic mat.
Oh, okay.
So there's this tea place, tea and coffee, and they make their own Magic mats. It's all like Magic themed and stuff.
Okay.
And so like I got this one. It's so pretty.
I do.
It's so
I actually really dig that. It's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, so they all have like kind of like that sort of theme, the colors and stuff. And so like and then they give you matching um token that goes with it too.
Oh, nice.
And then I got my PAX one. They were selling PAX ones.
Yeah, you got to buy a PAX one if you're gonna go to PAX, right? Like, you gotta get something that tells
They
you.
didn't have that. They didn't have that like in the past. Like last year they didn't. So I think they really pushed for it this year. And so they actually had us like a dice set. So I was like, oh, I'll pick that up. So I like the mat was 20. So they didn't have the dice set listed. So I was like, all right, I'll get the dice set too. He's like, all right, and he's like $96, and I was like, oh. And I was like, oh. I was like, no dice, no
No
dice.
dice.
So I just got the mat. But
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I don't blame you there.
you could have bought a custom set of big metal dice for that price. So
Oh shit. Yeah, no,
yeah, I'm not pass.
yeah, I'm good.
I played Dead Island. I played System Shock. I walked around a bunch. So actually, this year, with how much stuff we did on the side going around, I could have done another day. Because last year I was like, one day's enough. But this year I was like, I could have done another day because we didn't see everything. So
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I didn't get to play a lot of indie games. I would have. I think next year I'll do 2 days.
Yep. Next, it's one of
Yeah.
those things. I might try to see if I can do something next year and go to it.
Yeah. Go get like a hotel. We can all
Yeah,
meet up.
yeah, something like that. Because like it's one of those things where it's like I feel like, it's what this is year 4, so next year would be year 5. Me streaming and doing stuff. I've never been to anything like that, so
Yeah. It'd be
and especially one like that, especially that like that's it's close. It's the fucking
it's
closest thing
close.
I'm gonna get, unless fucking like out of nowhere they're like.
They do stuff in New York, but I mean,
I was gonna say unless they did like TwitchCon in New York or something like that.
yeah.
Like this is gonna be
Um,
the closest one I'll be able to do. So yeah,
it's
maybe I'll
it's
start
cool. A
saving up.
bunch of cool cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I think the 1 day pass is like 60. So I don't know how much the 4 day pass is. I imagine it's a little cheaper than 4 1 day passes.
Probably do
Um,
like some sort of bundle set deal or something like
yeah.
that. I mean, that's what I would
So
probably do, honestly. And even if I didn't go to all 4 days, I'll just, you know,
because Saturday sold out right away.
yeah.
Um, even and then Friday. So I went for yeah Friday. Saturday's like the big day with the most stuff there. Um, but the amount of people from last year to this year was crazy because last year it was like sold out the day I went, but it just didn't feel. I feel like there was like twice as many people there this year. Because back in 2020, my buddy went to the 2021, and that was like a COVID super spreader event.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember you saying that last week.
So it was just way different. It was definitely a mask event. The people were getting yelled at for not wearing their masks or like wearing them too low.
Wow.
They were very strict on the masks. So
Interesting.
yeah,
I
and
can see it, though. I can see that. Like,
yeah, because I get it. Is it people like packed like sardines? So it was a lot of fun. I cosplay. I saw a Super Mario Brothers cosplay from the movie, the live action movie.
oh, really?
Have you seen the movie?
No, I've not seen it yet, but yeah, I've seen yeah.
So it's like the two plumbers, obviously, and then they have like these rocket boots. They look like giant ski boots, and they can like fly around and jump and
Okay. I
stuff.
thought you were talking about the new movie, not the old movie.
No, the live
Yeah,
action
I've
with
seen, yeah.
like with Bob Hoskins
Yeah,
and John Leguizamo.
yeah, those guys, have you ever heard about those guys on set for that?
Oh, just drunk and fucked up
Just
all the time.
the entire movie, they're just shit faced. Like,
Respect. I love it though.
I do too, because it's one of those ones where it's like, it's that, I think it falls into the category of cult classic, where it's just so bad, cult classic, like that sort of thing.
I'll go back. You go. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
when you
like,
were saying it, I thought you were talking about like the one with fucking Chris fucking
I don't think that one's out yet.
I don't think it's out either. That's why I wasn't sure, but yeah, no, yeah, I've seen that one where like the Koopas are like really weird small-headed dragons.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it's like no one watched it, but like it's still kind of funny.
It's like
Um,
that edgy, it's like let's make a Super Mario movie, but make it
It's
edgy.
definitely a product of the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely because
Oh,
it like still fit like all the props and everything. It feels like like Mom and Dad Save the Universe or Save the what is it? Mom and Dad. Um, it just like it's like these it's a goofy silliness to them.
yeah.
Yeah. So that cosplay, I was like, I love it. There's a bar, there's like one bar in there where they actually have like a beer just for the event from Voodoo Ranger. Who does that? Um, I can't remember, but it's a beer out west, and they do a special beer for this
Oh,
event.
okay. That's
So
kind
we were
that's
there,
kind
and
of
we're
cool.
talking to these people from that were there for New York for the weekend, and they're like, "Oh, my brother's super into cosplay." They had like this giant Link statue out front where you could take a picture with in front of like a backdrop for the new Zelda game.
Oh yeah.
And when we walked in, we saw this whole like crew that we thought was like you took pictures with them. It just happens to be a cosplay group that was just there together, and they were all like. And it turns out that this is that guy's brother, and they were just walking around the convention
Oh
taking
shit.
pictures with him. There's like 6 of them. Did you play Breath of the Wild?
I didn't, but I saw a bunch of different people play it.
Because you have a Switch, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Oh, you just have the Switch. Oh, I was thinking because you have that special edition Switch game.
Yep, I have
That's
the.
what I was thinking.
Where is it?
I was thinking that.
Actually, that's a good
Um,
question. Where is it? Oh, it's down
but
there.
it was like it was like it was like a bunch of the NPCs, and it was a really cool squad. The cosplay this year was definitely stepped up because last year I feel like I only saw like 5 cosplays.
Yeah,
It
I can see that as well. Like,
ton of Tarkov cosplays actually.
really?
Yeah, so just guys in like bear outfits.
I was about to say,
Oh, hi, Bear.
well, no, I was about to say, it's like, are you sure they just weren't military people at the convention and just not?
Yeah, couple Destiny, a bunch of those. A bunch of divas, of course, because that's the easiest one.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
so PAX East this year. I'm definitely going again next year,
there you
maybe
go.
2 days.
Yeah, like I said, I might maybe I'll join you and I'll come down there
Yeah,
and do some things, turn it into a fucking weekend sort of
yeah,
thing.
it's fun. So, especially if you know other people going.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, couldn't recommend more. So, it's a lot of fun. My buddy hated us watching us play Magic. So actually, the convention closes at like 6,
Yeah.
and then it goes from like 10 to 6, and then there's like they still do like panels
Mm-hmm.
because there's like the convention hall in the center, and then wrapped around, it's almost like an airport walkway around, and
Okay.
there's like convention halls going around, and then the back they do back half or like the back third of the convention hall they do tabletop. So like
Oh, so there's
I
just
wish
all sorts of shit there probably then, huh?
I could send you this picture. Pulled up a picture. This is good podcasting. Um, so like this is going into the convention hall,
Sheesh.
and then it's huge, huge convention hall, and then there's this like this is just the play area, and we're like halfway through. I can't tell. See if you can tell.
Oh wow.
Look at that. Yeah. Um,
I mean, that's kind of cool because you could. I mean, you basically could go there with like any. At least I feel just from seeing that, you could have
yeah.
walked in there with any deck of any type of card game probably and been able to find someone to play with.
Oh, people next to me playing Digimon. Other people were playing Pokemon.
Yeah, like, that's
Um,
fucking awesome.
Then it just and then so they close at 6, but then that back area for cards games it stays open till midnight,
Oh shit.
and then they have tournaments all day. They do free drafts, they do paid drafts, they do paid tournaments, they do everything, and then like as you play in tournaments you get points, and then this whole like space center setup where like you can buy stuff with the points.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, so it's just a cool thing.
Well, speaking of card games and everything like that, let's move into talking about some Magic stuff because we always do now.
Magic. Yeah.
So March of the Machine is starting to come towards us next month. We're starting to get more and more. They've released the actual story
Yeah.
for March of the Machine online now, and they've been slowly releasing it. They've been releasing some cards from the set. We're actually starting to get more cards this next week.
Oh, for real?
Yep, we're gonna start getting some more cards. So they already released some like a month ago. They were like, "Here's a little sneak peek of some of the cards," right?
Oh, they're just
And
announcing. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they gave us a couple sneak peeks. One of the really kind of cool ones is because, of course, so in the story, Phyrexia now has the power to travel the multiverse. So they're going to all of the planes that we know of, and one of the planes, Theros, is based off of like Greek and Roman mythology. So in that, there was a thing called oh god, what the fuck was the name of it? Basically, devotion. So it'd be like devotion to white and then a number. So depending on how many white colors you have on the field, if you get enough, then your enchantment turns into a god.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
so one of the cool things they did in this set is that they have. So I'm looking at it here. Is Heliod the Radiant Dawn? Is a two colorless, two white, 4/4. But you can transform it into a fucking Phyrexian god because
Okay.
it's Heliod, the Warped Eclipse. So basically, the way that they did it was that Phyrexians can now take over gods because if they take over their worshippers, then their worshippers are now like that sort of the thing. And it was really kind of a cool way of
They're
making
like,
it.
let's just go to the top. We'll just become the gods, and you can follow us.
Exactly. So it was so over the top of some of the stuff that they did. So like there's that they're mixing. They're doing a really cool thing where they're mixing two creatures or two legendary creatures together into one. Because of
Yeah.
course everyone has to fight for their fucking. Everyone's fighting in this new set, March of the Machine. Everyone is fighting. So all of the legendary creatures from the last fucking like 10 years or 5 years are now like teaming up and fighting. So you have like Thalia and the Gitrog monster. You have fucking Yargle and Moltani. You have Gora Gora and Satoru. So like you have like all of these different like legendary creatures that like in the sets they probably were fighting each other. But now the Phyrexians are taking over, they kind of got to work together now, like that sort of thing. So it's cool seeing some of these cards because they're just absolutely fucking insane. Such as this one. So here, Galta and Mavern. Okay, 3 colorless, 2
Yeah.
green, 2 white.
So 7.
Legendary creature, dinosaur, vampire.
Okay.
It is a 12/12 with trample. Whenever you attack, you get to choose one. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures. Or create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. So these come from the Ixalan set, so they're 2 of the big feature characters in Ixalan. Yeah, so they're fighting together now, but why not giant dinosaur vampire, right? Fuck it, you know?
Why not?
So that's this whole set, is like they're doing this sort of stuff. And then they released, in the final part of the story, they've now released 2 of the Planeswalkers. So we have Archangel Elspeth. Spoilers for everyone out there. Elspeth is now an Archangel. 2 colorless, 2 white, 4 loyalty, +1. Create a 1/1 white soldier token with lifelink. -2, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types and gains flying. So that's kind of fucking cool because at that point then you can just basically make anything of like an angel. -6, return all non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Not so. Take away from that sec. My buddy was using a deck last week. We played him, and it was a precon, and it was a zombie precon, and he just kept turning all of his zombies into flying zombies with death touch.
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
and that was a real pain in the ass.
That just sounds. I mean, flying is already a pain in the ass if you don't have.
Yeah.
If you don't have reach or anything to kill them, it's like. But, can you
But they
just
all
fuck off? Like,
flying death touch, and you're like, oh,
add death
fuck.
touch to it. It's like, oh, really?
So we
fuck
kept
off.
exiling the creature that gave him flying, and he just kept bringing him back. Stop it.
And then the other one is Ren and the Realm Breaker. So
Yeah.
one of the things is they went to, in the story, in the lore of Magic, they went to Kaldheim to go find out the World Tree, because it's based off Norse mythology. So they went to go find the World Tree, and they turned it into a Phyrexian World Tree, and Ren apparently merges with it in this set. So all lands you control add 1 color of any. Add any of 1 color now. Just tap it, add any 1 color. It's a 1 colorless, 2 green, so it's the 3. 4 loyalty again. Interesting that both these are 4 loyalty. +1. Up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until next turn. -2. Mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among those milled into your hand. Or -7. You get an emblem with you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard. So kind of 2 pretty good fucking planeswalkers to start this set off. This week we're supposed to be getting more. As the week goes on, we're supposed to be getting more and more first looks at some of these cards from this set. And on Tuesday, I do believe, we'll be getting a trailer.
Okay.
So I'll be doing a reaction to that for the YouTubes, for you, the peoples. We'll be getting a nice little trailer. I'm hoping that it's at least like 5 to 10 minutes.
So are you excited for the set?
I am, just because it's... I mean, I am, but I'm not at the same time.
Are you getting anything from it?
As of right now, I think the only thing I have bought, like pre-ordered, is the collector booster.
Okay.
But-
Just ordered one for the opening.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna buy a bundle. But outside of that, I mean, we talked about that last week, and then as soon as the podcast got over with, I went and took a nap, and then I woke up from the nap, and the Lord of the Rings fucking collector booster was gone. There was just no more available on Amazon. And
So it's gone, but now the box is back up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but that's $4.40.
Oh,
I was like joking with my buddy. I was like, "You want to go halvesies on one?" He's like, "No."
no. Well, I sent my old man a message, and I was like, because me and him like to travel around and do stuff. So I was like, hey, on this date, do you want to go and spend the day with me and do something? And he's like, what? I was like, we're going to go down to West Leb, we're going to go over to Woodsville, we're going to go over to Littleton, and we're just going to hit any card shop in between, and we're going to find this fucking card pack. And he's like, sure, sounds like fun. Like,
Oh, now it's sold out again.
it's so fucking ridiculous.
The bundle has gone up. Actually, it's now $62.
Oh, the normal one is. Well, good thing
Yeah,
I pre-ordered that earlier.
that's kind of funny.
uh,
So, looking at this, yep, the bundle has gone up, and that's about it
yeah. So
on Amazon.
when that happened, I just said fucking and pulled the trigger. So I bought a Streets of New Capenna bundle because it was cheap. Good YouTube video is cheap, and I want to see if I can get a good. I want to see if I can pull anything good from it. That I will, but. March of the Machines, I got a booster, collector booster from. I bought, and then I pre-ordered the bundle and the starter kit. And the only reason why I decided to get the starter kit was because it looks like the starter kit on
Is there a
Amazon.
starter March of the Machine kit?
No, no. For March of the
No.
Machine, there's some stuff for March of the Machine, but it's not.
No, yeah, but I pre-ordered the Lord of the Rings one too because I was like, that's really cool just to have that, and then
Well,
it'd
the
be
other
good to
thing,
have two. I don't have any standard decks
well, the other thing as
put
well
together.
with that is that it's $16 on Amazon, but it's not that on every other site. On every other site, it's a lot more than that. So I was
Yeah,
like, so for March of the Machines, there's a bundle that comes with that dinosaur vampire. That's the rare foil that you get with it. That's
yeah.
$45. There's draft booster, set booster, jump start, collector booster box. There's a bunch of precons for commander decks. And then they're also doing this thing called March of the Machine: The Aftermath, which is like a new thing they're going to be doing, where it's like it's a set but not a set.
It comes later.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that.
that's like
Aftermath bundle, Epilogue edition, Epilogue boosters.
yeah. So they're doing something like that, where it's just like rebuild the multiverse while building up your collection in this conclusion to the March of the Machine storyline.
And they're also going to have collector boosters for that too. They're just money grabs. Money, 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 money.
Money. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna get that. I'm probably gonna get that. I'm probably gonna get the bundle. Like, it's interesting. It kind of one of the things that kind of sucks with it to an extent because we've started to see some of the cards and they've been ramping up some more of the material for this now. And it's the thing that I think a lot of companies fall into the trap of it is that when you have like such a big threat like the Phyrexians, right? You put out All Will Be One. You put out the story of All Will Be One. You've turned a bunch of fucking planeswalkers into Phyrexians. You have the Phyrexians basically winning at this point, and now they're going to take over the multiverse. Like, everything is leading to that, right? And it's one of those things where, and like, I know it's a tough thing to do in this space, but like, March the Machine has already shown that, like, one, the Phyrexians are taking over different planets or universes, and different universes are handling it better than others. But it's still like it kind of now doesn't feel like a threat anymore. And it's one of those things where
It's weird.
like it is
It's
because
just it's almost something that just exists now.
yeah, it's like it went from them being like they are the big bads to oh yeah they're the big bads of some places, but then they're also getting their asses beat at other places. Like it's just it like I don't know. It like because it also March the Machines makes it seem like that fucking it's over with. The war is going to be over with. I think it would have been cooler if we had like a full year of just the bad guys winning.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those things though. It's like it's hard to do that and keep people invested. I feel like if the villain is winning for that long, it's hard to keep people invested. So, but March of the Machine seems interesting. I like the idea of the two, of the legendary creatures with there being two creatures from like that set, like from sets like teaming up sort of thing. I think that's really kind of fucking cool. Like Yargle and Multani is a 3 colorless, 2 black, 1 green legendary creature frog spirit elemental that is an 18/6. Yeah, it's just absurd. It doesn't need to happen. It shouldn't happen, but we have it. What is it here? It says, so the text on the card here says, I've heard much about you from my daughter, Multani rumbled. There was a time when I balked at your aid, Phantom, but she has shown me the merit in Urborg's strange ways. Ribbit, replied Jurgle. So, like, I don't know. That's my thing. I think Martial Machines is going to be an interesting set. I'm just glad that I haven't seen anything fucking toxic based yet. I'm sick and tired of fucking seeing toxic. At first, I was like, oh, toxic is kind of a cool mechanic. And then I started playing against it, and I was like, okay, all these motherfuckers need to just calm the fuck down. Like, easily the most annoying thing to deal with right now is just toxic.
Toxic. I mean, that's the meta right now. It's
It
just
really
load
is.
them with
It's
toxic.
well, and that's the worst part about it is it's like I play a lot of historic. I think we've talked about this. I play a lot of historic, and there's people in historic just running standard toxic decks in historic, and it's like, can you just fuck off? Like, I'm sorry that you can't make a deck that doesn't involve one fucking broken mechanic. Meanwhile, I'm running fucking mono red Minotaur because I thought it'd be cool to make a Minotaur deck because it's a creature type that not a lot of people run. And it's like, oh yeah, green, white, and toxic, boom. It's like, just fuck off. Like, the amount of times I've
Sorry, I was looking over here. You see Jonathan Majors arrested?
that was the second thing I was going to talk about this today.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Yep.
We would go back. I just was like reading it, and I was
But,
like, oh, interesting.
So about you? What's up? You said earlier before we got on that you have 2 new decks.
I know. I've spent two. I'm like, so this I got a popper deck I built online,
Okay.
and it's a pirate popper deck
Ooh, Pirate Popper. Pirate Popper.
with
Popper.
partnered commanders. There's a
Okay.
red and a blue. Pirates.
Pirates.
Pirates. So that'd be interesting. I was going through that last night. Actually, a bunch of the cards I ordered were turns out from Commander Legends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I fucking I made a commander deck on the arena one day because I needed to because there's one I was playing heavily.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a weekly challenge for pauper decks. So I was like, okay, what could I make that would be easy to run? So I just have a rat pauper deck. It's just
Yeah.
an absolute piece of shit.
My buddy was playing that and he was like it sucked because it was just like people it was just like he's like that's the worst event I've played.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hated it.
That's funny.
And then I picked up a Brothers War precon and it's I don't know. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's all the cards are like the vintage style.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy I was talking to said that's like one of the best precons he's checked out. I don't know. I gotta run through
The Brothers War was. I thought that it was a nice way of introducing people into kind of the Phyrexian sets, and because of course, Magic's been out for 30 years. Phyrexians haven't been a thing for like 10
Yeah.
now, right? So like Brothers War was kind of cool because not only did it tie everything together with Phyrexia and all this, but also it's this was the 30th year of Magic.
Yeah.
It goes back to the very first story ever told in Magic.
Hmm.
So it's kind of cool because it was like a story, a retelling of the beginning while also doing that. I kind of wish I bought more from that. Now that I say that, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. You can still find them. So like they're all this like old school
Oh yeah, I
like
remember.
original.
It's funny here.
So like that's the whole deck, which I think is awesome. But
It's the old school version. I'm sitting there looking at it like, man, I missed it when it looked like that.
I just got to run through that and just figure that one out. But
So is it Urza's or was it Mishra's? Which one did you get?
Mishra.
Mishra? Okay. You would.
What?
So that's the whole thing is that they were brothers and there's a war. I'm doing really good explaining this right now. But yeah, no, so there's Mishra and Urza. I've always liked Urza more than Mishra even before this whole thing came out, so
Yeah.
oh, that actually isn't a bad fucking price for that either. And
No,
I can get a Transformer card? Transformers.
I have some Transformers cards. Here in my box behind me. I have two. I have three. I got two doubles. I got
Actually, that's kind of
I got
wild.
Optimus Prime and I got he's a all type. I forget there's a name for that.
Shapeshifter?
No, he's an all mana type
Oh, just one of everything.
and one of everything. And then I have a like Bumblebee, but it's a different name.
Oh, okay. So I can get the regular bundle for $42, or for $49, I can get the fucking gift bundle, and the gift bundle comes with a collector booster.
Yeah.
So I might buy the.
I've spent too much money on Magic in the last 2 months already.
So have I, but I'm still gonna buy more because I bought a bunch. I bought $50 worth of singles, and 90% of them were just mirrors, and I still need more
I,
mirrors.
hey, I'm not as bad as my buddy. My buddy's bought like a bunch of fat packs. He just bought a Secret Lair convention pack, which was like 220.
The Secret Lair ones are
But
still. I'm still very
for
iffy
him,
on.
it was actually for what it was. It actually made super. It made a lot of sense. It was a full set of boosters for Brothers War, a full set of boosters for Phyrexia, um, a convention pack,
Okay.
um, four special Secret Lair cards, and then there's one more thing.
Oh shit.
So I mean,
Yeah, that's, yeah,
it was
that's,
two. It was 240, and then like getting those two booster packs alone is 220. So like,
yeah.
I mean, it was like
It was
that's
worth it,
like
but it's still a lot of fucking money. Like,
it's a lot of money, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. So switching gears, Jonathan Majors. This is kind of interesting. Trying to upset Ezra Miller, apparently.
Yeah.
It is interesting seeing all this coming out because there are people saying that it's bullshit.
There's apparently a video of it, so
Oh, is there a video now? Because I read
uh,
online there wasn't a video yet.
there's not a video out. So in this one, we're quickly gathering and presenting evidence. The district attorney will the expectations charges will be dropped. They are presenting a video to the district attorney.
Okay, so there is a video. We just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, so I imagine that will get probably released or it won't. Um, yeah, but I mean, he's getting arrested in New York, morning charges of assault, strangulation, and harassment. So that's like those are kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's definitely not
It's
not
kind
a
of not if it's for sure, not great.
not a great
So
look.
not a great look, especially if there's we'll see what the video is, but like like that's if he did that, that's fucked. That's real fucked up. Which is his career's really popping off if he's doing that. Ugh, and he's shame on him, but it is what it is.
There was something I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. There was something that someone. Oh, right here. Is that it? Is this the thing? That's not the thing. All right. There's something I saw online yesterday when this was all coming out. Because last night it was starting to come out, and I saw it last night. It was a tweet, but I can't see it now. Where it was like someone was basically saying that like, there's right here. On February 14th of this year, there's a particular actor relatively new on the scene who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who, in actuality, is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being both professionally and in his personal life, and every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. So people are now wondering if that is about Jonathan Majors.
Interesting.
Because if you think about it, Creed came out. I mean, of course, before. I mean, he was doing stuff before Creed and before Avengers, right? But that's kind of when I feel like everybody kind of fell in love with him.
Yes. I fell in love with him from The Last Black Man in San Francisco. My God, he acted the shit out of that movie.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen that one, so. But yeah, so it's very, very interesting that that was out last month, and then this happens this month. So
Who put that out?
just some random person on Twitter. They said but I mean, just the wording of the whole thing, like it kind of makes you feel like it might be him, especially with all the new stuff that's coming out. Like if it is true.
Or it's Ezra Miller. She's just like,
You're
you're like, hey, this guy that's known for being bad is bad.
It's Ezra Miller in blackface just running around beating the shit out of people saying that he's Jonathan Majors.
That tracks though.
See, I said that. CNN apparently has. If you're white and you've posted a GIF or meme of a black person to express strong emotion, you may be guilty of wearing digital blackface. So here's my question.
Like African American vernacular and stuff.
So here's my question. After just reading what I just wrote, Is it okay for me to say that we need a great just wipe out right now? Just restart everything? Because Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
For years on like Tinder and stuff, I would always open up with a GIF of Hannibal Buress on the God, what's that show? Why am I drawing a blank? The Eric Andre show.
okay, yep. Of
And
him,
there's an
the open up.
no, he had an episode where like he was wearing a blonde wig and he was like f flipping his hair around, and I would always like open with that.
Open with that.
So like I guess I'm guilty of it too, you know?
Maybe you shared that viral video of Kimberly Sweet Brown Wilkins telling a reporter after narrowly escaping an apartment fire, "Ain't nobody got time for that." Perhaps you posted the meme of supermodel Tyra Banks explaining in anger on America's Next Top Model, "I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you." Or maybe you simply posted popular gifs such as one of the NBA great Michael Jordan crying, or a drag queen RuPaul, right? Declaring, "Girl, if you're black and you've shared such images, you get a pass. But if you're white, you may have inadvertently perpetuated one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism."
So can black people not use white gifts?
Dude,
That
I don't. This is just like
It's whatever. I don't. We don't need to get into it.
we don't need to. I mean, I just wanted to bring it up because it's just like this is the dumbest fucking thing. The dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
This person wrote, "Any white person who uses dark mode on Twitter is guilty of wearing digital blackface." All right, yeah,
I'm in dark mode. I'll be in dark mode.
I recently just turned it so when you open up like your documents and stuff, where you have like your pictures and shit, I just turned that into dark mode on my computer. I found out how to do that.
So, TikTok definitely dark mode, because if you don't use in dark mode, I'm like, eh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I was. That's on the what's happening on the old TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, on the old Tweeter machine right now. That was on the side, so I wanted to click on it because I was like, "Huh, that sounds intriguing slash problematic." And then Xbox share is also trending right now for some reason.
Oh,
So-
see all the Redfall stuff?
I've been seeing bits and pieces of it. I remember I did I do a reaction to it? I think I did a reaction to the trailer
You probably did, yeah.
like a year ago.
Have you
maybe?
seen any game? So Jack Farags did a gameplay release the other day,
Okay.
and it looks beautiful for one thing. The
Yeah.
only thing is people said that like the enemies look programmed yet, which is kind of funny.
Oh, really?
But it looks awesome. But like it was almost like pushed. It almost looks like a Left 4 Dead kind of game, but it's not. It's like you're in this open world. There are different areas where there are things you can do, and then there's stuff between. So you're in this open world going around like trying to like infiltrate vampire bases, do this and that. And I don't know, it just seems really cool. And you can do it co-op or by yourself.
I did do a reaction. 21 views on the reaction. I saw it. It looks interesting? Question mark. I don't know. It's like a lot of those games. It's one of those things where you see it and it's like back for blood, black for blood, black for what?
Back for Blood.
There we go. Like that one, right? We
one's
played
more
that.
Left 4 Dead. Yeah, we did play it. It was fun, but it was, I don't know. It's just the beta was a lot more fun than the actual game.
That's the thing. I never actually played the real game because I'm pretty sure you told me that the real game sucked ass.
Yeah, they changed a lot of things. They made it harder, and the beta was already pretty hard.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I remember you and me played it, and then I watched I think I may have played it as well with Xander, or maybe Xander played it with us. I don't remember who played it with us.
He did play with us. Yeah, no, he did.
And then I
play with
saw
us.
him
Yeah.
and the Good Kraken peoples there. They played it when it came out. And Xander's like, "Oh yeah, we've done this. I've done this one before. This is easy." And then they like died like 7 times. I'm sitting there watching it like,
Yeah, I guess that's a dumb reason to not like something, that it's harder, but it just felt harder for no reason. And then like to get better things, you got to not die, and if you just keep dying, it's I don't know. It's
I from the generation that had the fucking games where there was no fucking difficulty, right? It was just like, oh yeah, just play the game. This is the difficulty. At the beginning of the game it's gonna be easy, and then by the end of the game it's gonna be a lot more difficult. Now as an old man, I don't really want difficult games anymore. I just want to fucking enjoy a story or enjoy the game or
Did you get into like the Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order?
I have not. I've seen it. I've thought about playing it. I've had some people tell me to play it, and then I've had some people tell me not to play it. Like it's, I don't
It's
know.
really good. You could play that in much. I played it on like the second hardest difficulty because I wanted the challenge. I wanted it to be like Dark Souls,
Yeah,
and it's real frustrating. But like the big thing with that is that it's not open world. It is linear, but it is feel like an open world. So, but the thing is that like Dark Souls, you could take on like any boss at
yeah,
any time. Like you can just go do something, and that's the whole point. Is like if you get the skills down, you get learn how to play it well enough, then you can beat these bosses. But Fallen Order, sometimes it's just like you can't because the hitboxes are super weird. And so like a buddy of mine, super into Dark Souls, still plays Elden Ring a ton, and he just couldn't get into it really. And the new one releases in on Tuesday.
the
So
new. Oh, the new.
yeah, it
The
releases
new.
Tuesday, I believe. So I might end up getting that.
I
But
think it's a 5-year time jump. I think, if I remember correctly,
is
from
that
I think. Um, and I used to watch Warfy play Elden Ring in the mornings every now and then, and he'd just be like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go over to this area," and then he'd like teleport fucking halfway across the map, and then go do something, and then teleport back to the side of the map and do something, and then go over the other side and then do something. And I'm just
oh
like,
it comes out a month from Tuesday.
oh, a
Sorry,
month
I
from
thought it
Tuesday.
came out this month.
Um, that's one of the ones There's been a bunch. People have suggested that one to me. People have suggested the Shadows of War, um, Lord of the Rings games to me.
Yeah, I tried them and like I just like I like fell off a cliff. Like there's a spawn, and I ran 10 feet, fell off a cliff. I ran into a boss, like a final boss, and he fucked me up, and then it fucked up the whole story.
Oh, really?
This one, I don't know. I was like, what? I don't know what's going on.
Every time I see
Um,
it on Xbox Store, it's like fucking 50% off, 75% off, and every time I sit there, I'm just like, sitting there, and I'm like,
people love it.
that's the thing is like it's one of those things like it's Lord of the Rings, so I would enjoy it, and with
Yeah,
it being 75% off, it's like okay, I can get two AAA games for like $12. It's like
The Last of Us comes out Tuesday. That's what I was thinking.
that's what's
I
on
was like,
PC,
I knew
right?
something. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, I knew something was coming out Tuesday that I was interested in. It's
I will not be playing that because I watched someone else play it recently, and I was getting jump scared watching them play it. So fuck that shit. I ain't doing it. And the
I
fact that
think
there's
I'm
like
go-
the fact that there's other parts of it where it's like, oh, by the way, you can't make noise. Nope, no sneaky fusky. I don't do that shit. It's I have troubles doing sneaky stuff in Assassin's Creed, let
yeah.
alone in every other game. I guess one of the reasons why like I stopped playing fucking one of the Arkham games at one point
Yeah,
because you had to like
because you had to
you had to
sneak
like
around.
sneak up on fucking Harley, and every time I did, I couldn't fucking do it. So I said, "Fuck this game," and I went and played one of the other ones.
I still need to finish Hogwarts. Um,
Hogwarts, I feel like has had that very weird.
it's dropped off for sure.
It hit the normal kind of
Is
hype machine that I'm gonna blame streaming on it, honestly.
yeah,
Where it's as soon as it comes out, it's the same thing as always. Every single streamer does the same thing. How fast can we beat this game, or how fast can we break this game?
yeah,
And within 2 to 3 weeks, because let's be honest, that's the normal time frame. It seems like
yeah.
it's you don't hear about it anymore because it's what's the next new thing because everybody's done playing that now. You know.
Well, I think also part of it is that like we all thought it was going to be multiplayer. I think all
Mm-hmm.
of us were like, it's going to be like multiplayer. It's co-op of some sort. And then also there's no plans for any DLC.
Yep. They said no DLC,
No anything,
no multiplayer. The only thing that I've heard is a potential sequel.
which in the next year or two, which would be, I guess, the only way to resolve that.
And they said that it would be take place in America. It'd be based off the
Ooh,
American houses.
which is what like that would be a whole awesome world if they could create a world just as good as the one there is now. Well, actually, the castle's really good. The world itself's not that great,
Yeah,
but
because I think that'd be
the
kind of
sort,
cool anyway, just to explore out into that. Because there's
yeah.
also, I mean, there's a ton of different. Because I remember looking this up at one point. Schools in Harry Potter. because there's a bunch of different magic schools in different areas that are just like
There's one in Uganda. There's one. Um,
located somewhere in caters to French, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, Luxembourgian, and Bulgarian. So there's that one. Um,
there's Bobuxin, which I think that's what that was,
yeah,
right?
I was gonna say I can't fucking pronounce half these names. I mean
And
the
then there's the one that Victor Krum went to,
yep,
Krum, which
Kram.
is like more Bulgaria. He's Bulgarian, so I don't know whatever one they go to.
Okay, here we
Um,
go. I just found one that actually. So there's one in France. There's one in Brazil in the Amazon rainforest.
very cool.
There's one in
There's what, five or
Norway or
six?
Sweden. So
Yeah.
there's three. Uh, Hogwarts is in Scotland. Then there's the American one. There's one in Russia. There's one in Japan, and then there's one in Uganda. So there's eight.
Oh, wait.
So I mean,
Uh, the American one's in Massachusetts,
yes.
which kind of makes sense.
So it'd be kind of cool, I would think. And of course, this is just really that's eight different Hogwarts games right there, without them being Hogwarts, right? Like you can almost do an overarching giant story that takes place over eight games, and each game takes you to a different fucking school.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, they're never gonna fucking do that. But that'd be fucking insane if they did.
If they release another one, they probably would only release like one more. I think they'll fizzle out by that point.
Probably. I mean, because it's
If especially if I don't know. The thing with this one is that they had this whole world created and mapped out prior to the game.
yeah.
So I think that's like a huge thing. Is that's like the immersion is what people with this one more than the content.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they would have to get another immersion or beef up their content.
Yeah, because like I know someone who recently got the game, and she's like I can only assume how excited she is to play it. So I mean, there's that thing where it's like it falls into two categories. I feel like it's either the streamer slash creator that wants to go immediately, and then the people that are just like they get it and they play it when they do get it, you know. So either way, though, I mean that's one that I feel like people. I won't say it was a miss. Definitely a hit. It's just it falls in. I think it falls into the same trap as every fucking game these days. That isn't a. It falls into the trap of every game that isn't a online, constantly updated game.
Speaking of which, I've been playing a lot. I played a lot last night. Is Overwatch.
I was gonna say you sent me a message like last week about it, and I was out, and I was like, "Fuck."
I got my rank last night.
Oh yeah, well, for what role?
Bronze 5.
Hey, it's just starting point.
DPS. I feel like everyone. I don't know. I feel like everyone will start there.
Basically, I mean, it's
Some sort of bronze.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. Especially they recently came out and said that this season, especially, so you kind of got fucked with this, but this season, especially, the algorithm or the whatever the fuck it is there has been especially difficult on ranked. So like it's been tougher.
Yeah.
So has been as lenient. So this next season 4, is going to be a little bit more lenient on what your ranking and everything.
So yeah, last night I got bronze 5, and then I moved up to bronze 4, and then
There we go.
we were playing a game, and we were playing in this. We lost the first round. At the end of the first round, the other opponents was like, "Hey, I'm streaming right now. Come check out my Twitch." And I was like, "Pfft." And then he's like, "Yeah, so you can see me fucking beat these kids." And I was like, and I literally was like, "We can't let this stand." So then we came back. It ended up being a draw. We won the next round, and then ended up being a draw, which I don't understand the draw on that point, because the third round, well, the two-part third round, we had like a minute and a half to try to go through the cycle
I was
again.
gonna say what map? Do you know what map it was?
I don't know the map, so we had to get A to start the payload,
Yeah.
and so we get A, and we got like 80% of A, and then our round ended. We fucking bull rushed them, and then they had 3 minutes to go through, and they never even stepped foot on A. And I'm like, I feel like at that point we did get more than them. So we, like how like when you push the payload.
I do believe that. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't have been a draw then.
it was a draw because
That's interesting.
we got more of A. They didn't get any of A, but it still ended up being a draw. So we actually all
Maybe
we went to his stream and watched him like kid was losing his mind. He was freaking out. He's like starting blaming his opponents. We're like, yes.
yes. What it could have been is it could have been one of the ones where that's actually probably what it was. It probably was a hybrid map. So what it is that you never captured A technically, and
Yeah.
they never technically captured A. So the algorithm just
Yeah.
said, "Fuck
So I
it."
wish we had, yeah. So that's what sucked is that we didn't
Still, I
end
mean,
up winning.
the
It
fact,
ended up be drawing. But like, like I had
what's
like 19,000 damage. My other buddy had like 24. I had like 59 eliminations.
sheesh.
I just was like I was just like fuck these kids.
It's funny though that you said that you had someone talking shit to you because I had someone talking shit to me last week as well. So it's kind of funny that we both had that sort of thing happen. I had someone on the other team and a tracer on the other team. Really good. I mean, they were really good as tracer. That they were fucking us up, and they started talking shit in chat. So I wrote back to him and I said, you can calm down. This isn't Owl. This isn't the Overwatch League. Like, you can calm the fuck down. And
We had a tank going off who kept diving anyways by himself. And then he was like, "You guys need to stay with me." And I'm like, "What do you want us to do?" I was like, "Killing Mercy." I don't know. It just was, and then someone was like, "Yeah, don't fucking listen to him. Like, kill them." Like, yeah, like he just
it's so funny because there's Overwatch is one of those really weird games where with it being 5v5 and with how many characters there are, like there's so many different like you could have done a dive meta, right?
Yeah.
Just, everyone dive. We're just diving. You could have done like a shield, just snipe, snipe away, do this, that. Like you could have done a poke. Like there's so many different fucking things you can do. So it's funny, like if I play tank and I'm diving and I realize my team isn't diving with me, I go and fucking change.
Yeah, he ended the game with like 3K mitigated, like nothing. Like he had the most damage, but I was like, like that's, I mean, cool. Like I don't know.
I mean, honestly, for me, it's just I don't even really pay too much attention to that stuff anymore. The ones that
Yeah.
I always look at is if I'm playing damage, is my damage per minute 1,000 to the time. So if it's a 10-minute game, if I don't have 10,000 damage, then I'm kind of playing badly. If I have more than that, then I'm doing my job. Same thing with healing. It needs to be around the same. Also, I play Zen, so it's never around the same. It's about half. Like I know that for a fact. But
What do you play? Like, what do you mostly play now? You still play Reinhardt mostly?
no, so for tank, let's start for support. Support, I play Zen. I stopped
Yeah.
playing. I basically stopped playing Baptiste. I used to play Bap all the fucking time. I've just started vibing with Zen more, and the fact that his Discord. If I put a Discord orb on you, for instance, you take
Yeah.
25% more damage. That's just absurd. That's just fucking like any tank. As soon as I see a tank, Discord.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear me if I'm playing with Rob. You'll hear me say, "I need the like if it's a Reinhardt we're playing against, it's I need his shield down for 1 second so I can put a Discord orb on him. As soon as I put a Discord orb on him, he's taking 25% more damage and he's just gonna die like that. So support I play there. Tank I've been kind of switching. I switch up a lot with tank because even though tank is not technically my best role via the ranked system, I think I'm a better tank than I am everything else. Which is kind of funny because my tank is my worst right now at gold 1, gold 2, I think. Gold 1, gold 2. I've been playing a lot of Zarya recently.
Yeah.
There was one game where we got our asses beat on defense on King's Row. They just fucking bull rushed right through. And I was like, all right, Rob, who am I throwing with? So I picked Zarya because I never really play Zarya that much anymore. And there's times when I just feel like I don't do well with Zarya. Played Zarya and we just fucking... Fuck you! Down. Then then it goes in overtime. We start with it again. Fuck you! We're just straight down again. And then we held him off. So it's one of those things that's like, okay. I fucks with Zarya. Zarya, Ram, Junker Queen, Arissa I've stopped playing as much, but I still do play the reindeer. Ryan I'll play every now and then. I very rarely will play Ryan though. It's just like I still love Ryan to death. It's just the kits of everyone else just seems so much better right now. Honestly.
Yeah. Are you still playing almost every day?
Not really. like me and Rob play Tuesday and Wednesday nights. We do ranked or whatever. Like there was the new LTM this week, the
Played that last
Katamari.
night.
Yep.
I
So
played that last night.
me and Rob did that. Got all the stuff for it. Just uploaded a video for it.
I saw that right before I came on.
Yeah, we did. It was literally just the first two games. Like there you go, watch it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. We did that though, and then like we just do ranked. That's all we ever do now. Is like, and it's one of those things. We just switch between roles, go through the different things. We're trying to get Rob's rank up, so then I can actually play all roles with Rob because I can't play all the roles with Rob right now. But yeah, no. So it's like 2 times a week now. I mean, it's one of those things though. Like we've talked about it. It's like if we played the game more, we would have. I would probably have a stroke first off. Because I just rage too much. But then, there's so many different challenges and shit that we would have done just because we play so much, like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Winston is another one I play every now and then. Sigma, kind of don't really play. Diva is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, just turn the brain off and just fucking fly around and do. Ball, I rarely play anymore.
You never really see. I didn't see a single Winston last night.
Winston's a tough man. Winston's one of those characters where like you really have to fully embrace playing with Winston and also realize that like if a Winston dives, he better know the timing of his jump in his bubble because if he doesn't, he's going to die very fast.
Yeah.
So I mainly play Winston when it's like I'll like go into quick play and play Winston, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh look, I need to mitigate fucking 5,000 damage to get my challenge done. I'm gonna just play Winston because I just dive in, throw the bubble down, they destroy the bubble. There's like a fucking 700 fucking mitigation done. Cool.
Yeah.
Jump out, jump back in.
Who's the character that's Bob?
That's Ash.
Ash. So I just hopped in a bot match to try out Ash, not knowing that you hop in bot matches with other players.
Yep.
And we finished the first round, and someone's like, "Ash, you need to get more kills. You suck." And I was like, it's a fucking bot match. What do you like?
Yeah, right.
I'm trying out the character.
Yeah, dude, people are fucking weird in the Overwatch community, man. Like, especially like that sort of thing. Like, I had people fucking yelling at me in quick play. It's like, bro, I'm just fucking around. I'm just here.
And then they were like, "I'm a god." I'm like, "We're playing a bot match.
We're playing against fucking bots, bro. I'm a god."
Yeah. I'm like, "What are we? What are we talking about?"
In the game that I was saying about with the tracer that was running her mouth. On
Yeah.
offense, I was playing Sombra because I've been back on my Sombra bullshit. And then I went to defense. I actually played Ash, and I fucking popped off, and I just murked the Tracer that was talking shit the entire game. And then at the end of the game, I was like, "So what's up, Tracer?" And they didn't say anything back. So, yeah, but damage, damage is a funny one because I play Torben Sim on defense a lot. I started getting back on my Sombra bullshit because I've always loved playing Sombra and just being a douchebag to supports and snipers. If there's a Widow on the enemy team and they're just absolutely clapping us, I'll switch to Sombra and just my whole objective at that point is either make them quit or make them switch.
I keep trying Sombra and like I can't figure her out because like I'll get killed by Sombra, like I'll just get melted by a Sombra, and then I'll use it and I'll hit all my shots, and then I'm like, why I can't melt these people? I don't know what's going on.
So when you hack people, you do extra damage to them.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you basically want to try to pick off the squishier targets or the ones that are bigger threats. So most of the time, either go for supports or like I said, like a Widow if there's a Widow on the enemy team. And then depending on if you're playing with a bunch of people, and there's like let's say they have like a Reinhardt or a Sigma, just hack that and tell them when you're about to do it, and then just fucking full send and on the tank, and it's just lights out at that point. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like Sombra's one of those characters where either you melt or you don't melt.
Yeah, so that's what I want to figure her out because I know she's in a strong place right now.
She's also going to be getting a rework, I think, here soon. They're changing one of her abilities and just completely removing one of her abilities. So it's going to be interesting to see what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been enjoying her. I was playing her in one game and the opponent switched to Sombra, and I noticed it, and they like translocated out, and I said to Rob, I was like, well, guess I got to play fucking counter Sombra. And Rob's like, what do you mean? I was like, you'll see. So I literally I didn't do anything for the rest of the game. All I did was just hang out with my supports.
I waited for her to show up.
She would hack them, and I would hack her and kill her. After 3 or 4 times of doing that, they switched and they wrote in chat. They're like, "Wow, Sombra, you mad? You mad?" And then at the end of it, it's like, imagine having a fucking counter swatch to my fucking character and then just picking on me the whole game. I'm sitting there like, yeah, we won because you're
Yeah,
an idiot. Like,
yeah. They were talking about they're like pocket mercy, and you're like, oh, what do you want mercy to do, bro?
yeah, Pocket Mercies can be annoying as fuck. I've
Hmm.
had Pocket Mercies on the team not healing anyone but the DPS, and they're just DPS is full health.
But that's not even what he was doing. It's just like he was just doing all of us, and it was just very funny.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, and then like I was saying, damage is a funny one for me because I don't like damage,
yeah.
which is funny because I feel like everyone loves damage in Overwatch. I do not like damage. I don't think I'm good at damage. Rob says that I'm good at a lot of characters that I think I'm terrible at. But like recently, I've been trying to play Genji. I've been playing Ashe, Cassidy. One game I didn't know who to play, so I asked my teammates, and they told me to play Bastion. So I did, and then we just fucking board wiped.
My
Um,
buddy's was playing nothing but Bastion. Actually, I've just been playing Soldier 76 in May.
I've been playing
Uh,
Soldier. I played May recently as well. Soldier is one of the ones I've been picking up. I don't. It's one of the things. Like I understand tank. I make space. I push payload. Follow me. I understand that. Like that makes sense to me, right? Especially
mhm.
now that there's only one tank. There's no more off tank. I'm just gonna go play wrecking ball and just fuck with the other team, which is what I used to do every now and then. If in Overwatch 1, if someone picked a main tank, I would literally just pick Wrecking Ball, and that's my whole objective is I'm just gonna go be a douchebag for the entire game. Now,
When you run into a good wrecking ball, it's crazy.
oh yeah, now yeah, the true ball players now are just insane. I fucking hate it
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I don't get it now. I just now there's only one tank. I just don't get how to play ball anymore.
All is not life for you.
Ball is not life for me now. Um, But like tank, I understand. Support, I understand. I need to heal teammates when they get hurt, but I also need to be supporting in attacking people. It's one of the other reasons why I like playing. Why the two that I like playing was Zen and Bap, because I can be offensive, but I can also heal and do a lot to help the team. Also, I love
Hmm.
that when I play Zen, I always pop Transcendence right as someone's dying. Like they die, I press the button. It's like motherfucker. My timing is so bad on it. But like
Yeah,
damage,
we'll get there.
I just don't get damage, bro. I never have. Like I get people are just gonna say, "Oh, just hit heads, bro," or just like I don't get it. I don't get the flanking. I don't get the fucking doing this, doing that. Who I should play versus this versus
I
that.
don't get
I
the
just
whole like toxicity of Overwatch.
it's just the fact of I'm just better than you. There's 5 roles. I think I know more than you, and it's always the same. Most toxicity is either between opposing people, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like someone's not doing great that round and they think that they should be doing better. Like it's always damage players fucking saying that the tank sucks, or damage players are saying that the supports suck, or tank players saying that the damage needs to fucking do something, or tank saying supports aren't healing, or you very rarely are ever gonna get like two damage players just running their mouths at each other.
I did it yesterday because
You did,
there was a not McCree, whatever his name is now.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. He like finished with like two more eliminations than me, and then like same damage. And he's like, my McCree built different. And I was like, okay, bronze 5. And I was like, I don't know. I just think it's like so weird to like finish a game and be like, you had 15 eliminations and be like, I'm built different. I'm like,
Ah,
I don't.
built different.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, it like Overwatch is just a very weird fucking space, bro. I don't get it either. Like I only ever run my mouth if it's needed.
Yeah.
You know, if I have a tank that's just fucking not playing payload or not playing this, and they're just off doing their own thing and just constantly dying, I'll just like write their name in the chat. That's it. Like that's like a version of my toxicity. It's just like it's almost like the disappointed like Doom Diva. Like Diva. Like that sort of thing. But then there's other times when I'm just like, no, you just fucking suck. Are you gonna do anything? And then there's times when it's like, I'll start writing something out, and Rob will be like, you haven't moved yet. And then I just close the whole thing out because it's like, not sending it.
I was writing something last night as a joke since the other team made a joke, and then I got
Mm.
sniped.
Oh,
I
really?
thought I was like safe where I was, and
Oh.
it just like it was like uh Widow had gotten on like this the tall building, and I
Mm-hmm.
looked up and then like I was like, oh, she got me.
Yeah, I like start writing something and then delete it. Rob will be like, then Rob will be like, "Why'd you delete it?" It's like, "Don't want to get bad. Don't want to get bad." It's like it was that bad. It's like, "Oh yeah, it was that bad." Like I was, but
It's
yeah, no,
fun.
it's. I love the game to death, but yeah, no, it's fucking toxic. I'm really excited though because we get season 4 here soon, and I'm very excited for season 4.
Does that come out?
I think we have 20-ish days left in season 3, so in like 2-3 weeks, something like that.
I'm already like halfway through the battle pass. It feels weird that I'm going through.
Mm-hmm. Battle Pass is really easy. Like if you play the game, if you play the game daily, it's very easy to go through because
Yeah, I
weeklies are 5,000 if you beat them,
yeah.
and every day you get nine. Every day you can get 9,000, and
And then
the
the
Pachamari
event
thing, yeah,
yesterday,
you have
that was like
you get
80K.
80,000 for the
Yeah.
entire thing. Yeah, so like that's
I got 75 because I didn't do one of the. We just there was one challenge I had left, and it's the same one we all had left, and I was like, man, pass.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So what is it? It's 80K for the whole thing, and you get 10. It's 10K for each level. So if you just do the Pachamari stuff, you get 8 levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then while doing that, you could potentially get stuff for doing weeklies. So there's another level. And then, I mean, dailies. There's another level. Then, however many weeklies you get done or partially get done. So I mean, me and Rob finished Battle Pass this past week because of the Pachamari event.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, because we normally gain like 5-6 levels playing 2 days a week, sort of thing. Because we're flex or we'll just play a role and just try to finish that challenge that day, sort of thing. So
I don't even look at the challenges. I ain't about that. I'm just like, all his life, dude.
yeah, balls life, dude. Yeah, no, I'm really excited for season 4 though because we are getting a new hero.
Yeah, who?
We don't know yet. We should
Interesting.
be finding out here within the next couple weeks. That's one of the other reasons why I'm really excited is because if we get a trailer or if we get a story or if we get something, I get to do a reaction to it, and I fucking love Overwatch lore, so I can't wait to do that. It's supposed to be a support. That's what we know.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that as well because I would like to learn more supports. There's a rumor going around, and it's been a rumor that's been forever, but it's going to be one of the mechas, one of the like diva mechs people.
Interesting.
So in Overwatch lore, there's the mecha squad, and it's 5 of them, which is also
Are
kind of
they
cool
like
now.
they like Sailor Moon?
Kind of, yeah. So one of them is supposed to be like a healer though, has a little drone. So actually, me and Rob were
Very
talking
cool.
about it recently about how we can make that work, where it wouldn't be too overpowered because it's a mech and then the baby form of the character. So, but still, I think it'd be cool. I'm excited. I want more stuff. So we're supposed to be getting another collab at the end of the year as well, supposedly, which would be nice because the One Punch Man one was cool, but I've never seen the show, so
Oh, I love One Punch Man. I had to make sure I got the soldier one.
I got the
Human Rider.
I actually bought a skin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Who'd you buy?
I bought the
Genji one?
no, the Kiriko one.
Okay. I don't know which one that is. Oh, is it the girl with the
Yeah,
green hair?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. She is like the number 2 hero.
Twisted. Oh, she's Kiriko. But then in the anime, it's like Twisted Tornado. I
Yeah,
think
that sounds right. I
name.
couldn't remember. She's a real piece of shit.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
That's funny. Yeah, no, I thought I saw the skin. I was like, it's just too good of a skin. And then
it's a cool skin.
when I found out that her fox spirit there changes colors based off of like her hair color in the game or whatever. Like it's something that changes. So like it was like a bright lime green with that skin. I was like, I'm buying that.
Buy. I was thinking about buying the soldier barbecue outfit,
Oh, yeah. Grill Master.
Grill Master.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorites. That's actually the main skin that I use on Soldier because it's just
Yeah, I was like, I love it too much. Because then in Smite, the god I use the most is one of the gods I use the most is a tank, and I can't remember his name, but one of his skins.
oh, it's like
He is
that.
like a fat grill master, and he
That's
like
funny.
he swings a chicken leg or a giant chicken leg around.
Oh, fucking
And he drinks beer.
Bacchus.
Bacchus, yeah.
There you
So I love that was probably my favorite tank, and then so I would use him a lot with that skin. I bought that skin,
I
so
want to. I haven't played Smite in a while. That's a game I want to play again.
I'll play Smite. Smite's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love Smite. I haven't played in a couple years now. I was playing a lot of Smite.
Yeah, I used to, one of my old assistants was like obsessed with it. So then he got me playing it, but he was playing on PC and I was playing on Xbox before crossplay was a thing. So, but
Yeah, I might be playing Fortnite tonight. Looking like,
oh,
yeah,
a fork knife, new
maybe
update.
I'll stream some Fork Knife. It's
Oh,
actually it's really good looking.
yeah,
Oh, I will say also with my new graphics card, playing on Overwatch, last thing is 1440p 144, no stutters
oh,
on ultra
I
setting.
can only
It's
fucking
like
imagine.
it like hurts my eyes. It looks so good.
It hurts my eyes.
I put it on and I was like, oh my God, it's too smooth.
Too smooth.
Too smooth.
Other than that, the only other thing I was going to say was apparently the whole Microsoft PlayStation uh, war thing
Oh, I
there
meant to
that's
mention that
happening.
with Redfall. We were talking about it.
With that, the whole like fucking suing thing because of the Activision thing. Apparently, Europe is leaning towards being in favor of Xbox
Interesting.
because Sony's making all these grandiose like things saying like, hey, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, they're gonna do this, and they're literally like Microsoft literally is bringing it to every. There's gonna be more things running Call of Duty than has ever had Call of Duty before in their entire life because
Yeah.
Microsoft has said that's the first thing they want to do.
hmm
So
And
you're
PlayStation's
wrong.
the one that's like, no, 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 no.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's so apparently the EU is leaning towards Xbox. So that's the first major hurdle in Xbox actually acquiring Activision. Because then the other thing I saw was that if we get because I say we because I'm fucking Xbox, but if we get Activision, apparently every Call of Duty goes on to Game Pass. All of those other games go on to Game Pass, and then they're even trying to say that it might be a rumor that they'll boost the price of Game Pass potentially for PC Game Pass, so that then you can have World of Warcraft just tied into your just tied in
Oh,
because it's
that would be
Activision
huge.
Blizzard, right? So it
Yeah.
just tie them both together. So
I
then there
mean,
would be so then technically there would be no longer you would no longer have to worry about doing a subscription.
yeah, crazy. Uh, I think Game Pass right now is awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I still think
it's still easily. We've said it once on here. We'll say it a million other times. If you have a PC, you stream or like playing games, and you don't have a subscription to Game Pass, you are dumb.
hmm even like my buddy who's be a big like I like anyone that's still arguing that PS5 like their Game Pass service is on par with Game Pass. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, and at this point, there's only like two or three games that are only on PlayStation 5 and nothing else, except actually Last of Us is now going to be
Yeah,
taken off the list because it comes out Tuesday. So, um, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, and Redfall was actually going to be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And when they got bought out, it got canceled on PS5.
Oh, really?
It was for sure they were working on it, and then they just went, nope, Xbox, PC. That's it. Because Bethesda.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So when the acquisition happened, they were just like, nope, no PS5. So like people are pissed about that. They're like, I thought he wasn't going to do this, and they're like, you didn't spend however 20, 100, I don't know, however, about 10
Yeah.
billion,
Something
20
like
billion.
that.
They're like, they didn't spend that money just to like appease like the PlayStation guys. So
Hey, we'll give you Redfall. You give us God of War.
God of War's on PC, dude.
I know, but I want an Xbox, then I don't have to get it
Oh,
on
you want
PC.
Xbox?
I like subverting everything through my Xbox at this point, man. Like just
Yeah, yeah.
takes all the unnecessary work away from my PC. Makes my PC just have to do the bare minimum, and then the Xbox can struggle.
Well, you won't struggle. It's the Series X. The Series X is awesome.
Oh yeah,
You know. Um, close it out.
yeah. I was
It's
gonna say this might be the longest one we've had so far. I mean, we've also had
in a while, yeah.
yeah. Final thoughts or things to potentially. I don't know.
Again, if you don't have Game Pass, you're dumb.
You dumb.
You're done.
I think that's just it.
Yeah.
So that's the closing statements for today. So, next week maybe we will eventually do a tier list. I know we've been teasing and edging you guys for a couple weeks now, and eventually me and DeNutte won't be pieces of shit and actually figure this shit out.
We've been edging you. It's not because we've had zero preparation. We've been edging you.
Yeah, it's totally not us coming up with ideas 5 minutes before we go live. Just 100%. We just like to edge. Just get it, and no, never mind. You know, but
can't get there.
No, never. We're never gonna let you off that edge ever. But as always,
I just noticed your Katamari.
Yeah, my little Pachimari. Yeah.
Pachimari. Yeah. Sorry.
So it's funny, online they're like $5. I bought like 3 at GameStop once for like $3. So I have 3 of them. I have this one, I have a vampire, and I have a ginger, like a gingerbread man. So I just switch them out every now and then.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I just noticed it for the first time.
Yeah. I have that one, and then there's also I have and then
Christmas.
Does this one squeak? Yeah. So as always, thank y'all for stopping by and hanging out today. We appreciate you. Let us know what you guys think we should do next down in the comments down below. And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, still try to stay safe. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.